All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I'm excited today. I know I get it on like Donkey Kong. I know yesterday was like an amazing day for me. I got up and was kind of like felt free. I felt free. I felt free for the first time and I don't know, months. We started this tiki hut and it was just like, I don't know, man. It was a race. Our backs were kind of against the wall and we thought this was a date. We could only make it work. And we pressed for 60 days, pressed hard. And this is normally a 6-month marketing process, but we pulled it off. We had 50 people at the Tiki Hut Retreat, the inaugural Early Adapters Tiki Hut Retreat. Lives were changed. My life was changed. I can do it, right? We can gather people. We can build a movement. We can build a mindset. We can build this, grow with God's ministry. We can do these things, right? It's like, it's so different, Todd. It's like nobody does it quite this way. Why an excursion? Why did you start with prayer? And why did you start with Bible study? Why are you doing things so differently? Why do you wake up and do it this way and not that way? Why do you build people and put them around and let them talk with each other? Why did you take a half a day for excursions? I thought this was a business conference. Well, listen, I got to share something. I can teach you how to make $1 million. I have no problem with that. But here's the thing. My job is to teach you how to keep it. My job is to explain to you that the money isn't what we're working for. It's the time it's what we're working for. See, my job is to be your entrepreneurial business functional coach. You know what a functional doctor is? A functional doctor heals the whole body to get to the problem of the problem. You got to understand that my job is to train you up personally. My job is to train you up spiritually. And my job is to train you up entrepreneurially, business mindset. I want to build you personally. I want to build you spiritually. And I want to build you profitably. That's what a functional business entrepreneurial coach does. That's what a functional doctor does. He doesn't look at the symptoms and give you a shot for that. A functional doctor says, why did this problem happen? Right? Did it start in your brain? Did it start in your knee? Did it start in your toes? Let's look at the problem. What's creating this problem? Let's treat the whole body. I'm going to bring an amazing guy up here in a little bit. His name is Jason Ball. Amazing. Got goosebumps. Can you see him? Look at the hair on my arms right now. I bring his name up. Jason was a bit of a naysayer at one time. Anyone else out there? Naysayer? Listen, it's okay. It's okay. But here's the thing about naysayers. Naysayers are okay because they can be converted. Naysayers are in a position to change. Naysayers are in a position to be moved in a direction, inspired, right? And for some reason, somehow, Jason came in my life and he was inspired. And in turn, he's inspired me. And I'm going to tell a story about Jason here a little bit, but I want to just kind of open up because when I think about Jason, I think about the Tiki Hut and I think about his story a little bit. As I think about a story about a man by the name of Chase, and I got it in my notes. And so what you guys got to understand is like I'm 24/7 on the wire differently clock. I'm never not working for you. And you can see right here that all these, like I label things, stories, I log for the day. I put in notes for what I'm thinking about, where I'm at. This is just my statements, my story. See how it says story, 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 story. When I get hit with a story, I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to write it down, or a topic. I mean, my mind just shut down. But this one is dance like Chase. And so when I started thinking about Jason, I started thinking about Chase. Well, I don't know Chase. I don't know where he lives. I have no idea where he is right now. But Chase is this young man who was at my daughter's graduation when she graduated from Stetson University. And she graduated with a master's degree from Stetson University. And so this was a graduate class graduation. So there wasn't as many as the large, thousands and thousands of a normal graduation. This was a graduate's graduation. So she got her master's, and everybody that was graduating with her got their master's as well. And these kids are, they go right from college to get their master's. So they're still young kids for the most part. They're 24, 23, 24, 25. Can you remember, right? Some of you, I know Jason's daughter's young. But Jason, you got to listen to this story because it reminds me of you just a little bit. Now, I can't imagine you quite doing it this way, but I heard you in your brain at the Tiki Hut retreat kind of talking like this. But here's the thing. Everybody walks down the graduation aisle. Everybody walks down the graduation aisle. They have their cap on. And when you get your master's, they take a scarf, and then they put it over your head in symbol that you have graduated. Let's call it 30 people walk up there to finally get this master's degree, and lots of parents are there cheering and everything, but everyone walks up there stoic, and they get their master's degree. They're all serious, and they're like, thank you. The crowd claps, and some of them got their master's and their graduate, their BS degree at Stetson. They're called double hatters. Well, my daughter was a double hatter, so she saw the video. I'm like, yeah, Kara, double hatter. Yeah, that's my daughter, right? But there's another family over there just as proud as their kid. They brought more family members, and they're up and down. Their son's name was Chase, and they're like, Chase, double hatter. So I'm celebrating with them because they're excited. Chase, get up there to go. Chase, get up there to go. And Chase walks up there on stage. And unlike everybody else, he's not stoic at all. That's his time, baby. He's worked hard for it. He's realized that this is a pivotal time in his life. He's realized that the work in his life, like a Jason and you out there running your business, like it's culminating. It's coming to a purpose. It's coming to an actual crossing point where we got to get going on, get out there in life and get started, because the homework's been started. We've been building up like a tiki hut and going through the days and days and hard work of that. And he's put in an extra year, and it's time. He's up there on the podium, and the Declariate doctor says, and so Chase is bestowed this awful honor of a double hatter, blah, blah, blah. And Chase walks up there, and he has no part of the stoic and symbolism of the scarf. This dude starts to dance. He was just dancing like nobody. He was dancing, he was doing the funky chicken. He was doing the robot, man. You couldn't slow him down. You couldn't. The guy was trying to put the scarf on him, and he's bopping around, and his hat was bopping around. It's like, man, this guy is happy. He found something out. Something happened. His family and I looked over at his family, and they're dancing, and they're doing the funky chicken, and everybody's doing the whole thing, what you call the running man. And it was just like the greatest show ever. And here's what would happen is the contagiousness of it. At first, we were all like, oh my gosh, we've never seen anything like this. But then people started to laugh, and it wasn't just the parents doing the funky chicken. Then it was me doing the funky chicken, and then the entire crowd was doing the funky chicken, right? And then the students getting their degrees were doing the funky chicken. Then the teachers, then the stoic person behind the pulpit that was supposed to be all personal, he's doing the funky chicken. It was contagious. You couldn't stop it. There's no stopping it. It took on a life of its own until Chase said, I'll take my scarf. So what's this have to do with Jason? I think it has everything to do with Jason. I think it has everything to do with the students at the Tiki Hut. I had 50 people there doing the funky chicken. They were celebrating what we had been through. They're celebrating. Um, they're celebrating the work that we went through. They were celebrating the time. I mean, we went to Triumph and we spent 3 hours in the trees. Some of us on our knees, scaling ropes in the heat, hydrating at every station, helping each other from loft to loft to loft. We spent another afternoon on a desolate island searching for leadership moments to take our lives, our friends, and our business through times. We spent 6 some hours plus in classrooms learning how to build ourselves, our identities, how to build ourselves, our companies, how to build and grow spiritually. And last but not least, we have a software product that trains people how to grow their business step by step by step. Everybody got this for free. Can you imagine why Jason was doing the funky chicken? It wasn't just Chase. So listen, I want to celebrate Jason Ball and his wife Melody. They own a company in Angola, Indiana called The Bargain Bin. He's also working on getting his auctioneer license, and he is a mushroom grower. Now listen, you got to understand, mushrooms are the real deal, man. I can eat mushrooms on my diet. I'm so excited to talk to him about so many things. But the story really isn't about Bargain Bin. The story isn't really about the auctioneering. I really want to talk about all those things with Jason, but I want the transformation of Jason. I want him to understand that, hey, man, I was that guy that was a kind of a stoic non-believer at one point until I broke out and started dancing like Chase. I said at one point, I don't need a damn coach. I know all there is to know, until I finally released myself from the tyranny of being narrow-minded. My life would have never changed the way it did. I could have never grown my companies. I could have never grown my family. I could have certainly never done wired differently. Jason, you ready to come on here, brother?
I'm still dancing, brother.
I want, I like that dance. I like that. I like the shirt. I like the dance.
It's true.
I love it, man. So this is, I had to get my time in the monologue because I felt like after we practiced this show that I was going to lose my show. You were going
to. To me, how can I overcome you, Todd? Such a bright, just a warm welcome, man. Thank you.
You're so ready, though, man. You're prepared. You got to understand. Most people I have on the show come on and they're like, okay, where you want to go with it? And Jason's like, okay, I got this. I got this. Ooh, I love it, man. We're certainly not be short on topics. And I want to tell you, Jason,
I got notes.
You got notes. You got notes. Well, listen, you got, this is what you got right here, brother. Look at this.
This thing is amazing.
This thing is amazing. Look at this. Class after class. And you said you've already started. Let's see. You've already started this one right here, right?
Yep. I've done it twice already.
I love it. Well, we're going to talk about that today. I just wanted to show off my technical skills to everybody, because it's always a challenge, but I'm just so smooth now, right, Jason? Now, listen, Jason, let's start with you. When I say I'm so smooth, right, you have been an early adapter on this show from basically almost day one, and you've watched the technology conundrums I have went through, and you've stayed supportive.
A damn mess.
It's a damn mess. Well, why don't you start off with, tell us a little bit about your company in Angola, Indiana, with all those lines of people and what you're doing there. And, we got 15 minutes here, but I just want you to talk a little bit about, set that up. And then we're going to go right into the Tiki Hut retreat. How we first met in your store. And then we're going to go right into the Tiki Hut retreat and your thoughts. Okay, brother?
All right. The Go Gary store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one. That's the fun one. I do a bin store. I get Amazon products and liquidated and all that type of stuff. I throw them out on the store. Realistically, I give the community great deals. People are able to come into our shop on, let's say, a Saturday. Saturday is $9, so anything on the table would be $9. And we're just trying to spread the love, man, to be honest with you. There's some single moms out there that we try to support and help them with discounts, with clothing, with kids' toys, just all different kinds of stuff that people are able to come in, pick up at a discounted price and save some money.
Yeah, I'm particularly proud. Angola, Indiana is particularly proud of you. And we've got so many people on this morning, dude. Can you remember when we first started this show?
There was like 3-4 people, maybe.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
It's all contagious, right, brother.
Yeah.
Look, so right there it is, the best contagious.
So you got to watch Brandon at 8:00. You ever seen his shows? He's on right now. So give Brandon a shout out.
Brandon, you are a monster, bro. Completing all 5. I used to climb, guys, let me lay this into perspective. I used to climb trees for a living. I did it 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. I thought I was in really good shape. Now that's been a few years ago. I was only able to make it to the end of 3. Brandon made it all the way at the tree all the way to 5.
Trust me. And I guarantee you, Nick Wallenda would have said the same thing, but I think he would have smoked Nick Wallenda on this course. In all seriousness, I think he would have smoked Nick. And it's not that, you know what, one of the best things Nick said at that keynote, do you have a highlight? I have a highlight. Remember when Nick said, there's a million other high wire walkers better than me? I was so proud of that statement that he said that. He was talking about the focus, the journey, and his endurance and his distance. It's not just his efforts, but more so his distance that he's willing to go. And he's like, man, there's a million other high walkers that are better than me, but no one's better than me at creating a plan and executing it in this space. Right. And I think that speaks to you a lot. I think that speaks to you, Jason, because one of the things we talk about and we teach on the show, and now obviously you're going to be, thank you for taking the coaching experience, and we're not going to let you down on this team. You're already moving through it, but is that you're the best, literally, you're the best in the world at your craft, Jason. And even from the time that we started talking to time now, just the idea of processing and pushing your mind, you've become even better. And I just want to congratulate you on that. And I want you to dance like Chase, right? You're dancing like Chase because you're realizing that the things are working out, right?
This really is a moment, Todd. This really is a moment in my life.
So why don't you let's let you talk about the moment. What is that moment that you went from like, I don't need a damn motivational coach, I don't need a damn motivational business coach, to doing the dance like Chase moves? And maybe from where you were, what was the turning point? Because obviously a Tiki Hut, I had you in my shows and you were a very great supporter, but I watched you in the front row at the Tiki Hut. I watched you. Here we go again. Here we go. I watched you change like in front of, come on, change in front of my eyes. Let's go. Let's hear it, brother.
So I'm going to give you guys a little backstory. I'm going to jump all the way back to the first time I've ever heard of Todd Saylor. I owned a game store here in Angola. I recently parted ways with the game store, another owner. Either way, so I get a phone call. I wasn't at work. My manager was there. I get a phone call. You're never going to guess who was in the shop. And I said, I have no clue who was in the shop. And they're like, oh, Todd Saylor. And I've lived in Angola for 7-8 years now or so. Never actually heard your name, Todd. But my manager told me, oh yeah, it's the owner of Tom's Donuts. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. He's like, yeah, he did a whole live. Go check it out. So I went and checked it out on Facebook. He did a whole live in the shop talking about Justin. And so I started digging into you. I'm like, man, what is this guy all about? He's successful. He's in my hometown. Like, I want to see what this guy's all about. So lo and behold, I end up running into the Successionaire group. I started listening occasionally. I didn't really make time for it, to be honest with you. It's just whenever it was convenient for me. I would jump on, I would listen. After doing that for a few weeks, maybe even a few months, I really started to get into it. I seen the sincerity that you offered the community, and it really just drew me in. Then you started talking about this tiki hut thing, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, why do I want to go to this? Guys, I'm going to give it to you real. When he first started talking about the tiki hut and doing this paid motivational coaching business, I'm all over the place. I'm like, why do I need a damn coach? I don't need a coach. I've opened a few successful businesses. I don't need this. I know how to do everything myself, blah, 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 right? I started talking with Todd. I finally met Todd in person, and he really is larger than life, guys. This guy has an amazing personality. He is just so bright. After meeting him, I decided I'm going to go ahead and try this out. What's it going to hurt, right? So I decided, we got everything set up. We went down to the tiki hut. And even in the meet and greet, guys, and this is no joke, I go to this meet and greet, and there's a bunch of people that I see on Facebook. There's a bunch of people here that's actually here right now, Brandon and Christina. And I got to meet Abby and Tyler, awesome dude. Brandon's an awesome guy. You guys were all awesome, as well as like football players, right? Like major big time namers, and I'm like blown away. But this meet, even from the very start of the meet and greet till the very end of the Tiki Hut retreat, and even till now, because as I'm going through my studies and looking back over my notes and jumping into this MBA, guys, I'm literally blown away. And I finally realized that I have been doing business backwards, at least for what's being told to me right now. And I can see it now that I've dug into it. I've been doing business backwards. I've opened 4 successful businesses. I've sold 2 of them. I've been doing business backwards. That's crazy.
So let's pick on that statement, because it's a pretty big statement, Jason. I mean, I know, the event was, man, I'm still healing.
Number 3 got me, buddy.
Yeah. Number 3. Most people didn't make it to 3. You know that, right?
Yes. Yep.
Most people. But
that's all right. We all have our different scales.
Yeah, but number 3, we're talking about triumph. And so I want to just tell you a quick story about Lisa. Do you remember Lisa? She came in from Washington. Lisa, I wish you were on right now, but we sat down on Egmont Key, and we were going through. Everyone did I thought Egmont Key turned out better than I even could have hoped for. I mean, it was a thinker, right? It was a reflector. It was a thinker. But I sat down with Lisa, and she was sitting, she got done sitting there and was kind of licking her wounds a little bit. And I said, Lisa, what's going on? And she would tell me about her life, and we got into some things, and she had an aha moment right there. We spent about 15 minutes just talking about her life and where she's going. And it's kind of, yesterday we talked about, you can't get the world right if you don't get the man right. Mm-hmm. And I just said, you can't. She said, you said something to me, Todd, about I can't get my business right unless I get myself right. And that's this whole functional thing where we've got to get you right. We've got to get you spiritually right. And the rest of the business is going to flow, because now we're giving you curriculum. We're giving you X's and O's. We're giving you literally a roadmap. When everyone gets done, like this week, we're going to do an assessment. Did you see the roadmap I passed out as an example in the class? Everybody got those roadmaps. They were big.
Yep, I got it right here with me.
Yeah, hold that up real quick. So that's a roadmap. And what we're going to do,
you're going to be able to see it. I got my background.
That's okay. They don't. But the bottom line is that showed that particular person how we were going to find them $100,000. And in that particular example, we had put their roadmap on showing them how they were going to find $300,000. And then all we have to do is follow the map that we've created. So anyways, I talked to Lisa, and I thought, Lisa, like, what does it need you to change? And so she needed to change a personal relationship, because she couldn't move forward in her business life until she really got that weight off of her shoulder. But I did share with her about the triumph. She only made it through, I shouldn't say only, she made it through level 1.
That's a big task, though. People
Well,
don't
so
realize.
yeah, I mean, she'd never done anything like that in her life. And she comes out of that thinking, well, if I can get through level 1, I can get through, my change in my life to get my company, my business, my income in the right direction. So we encourage her that way. But my point is, this is, for her to get through level 1 was probably as big a deal as Nick walking across the Grand Canyon, right?
Absolutely.
On par. It could even been a bigger deal. Nick got to prepare. I know we saw the wind machines and everything, but this lady was mortified. So, anyways, so tell us that aha moment. What was it that changed you from saying I don't need a damn coach to actually letting go? Because I know when I was in that position, I was a little older than you, and I was like, I'm going to actually pay a coach to help me speak. And that was a hard thing for me because I was prideful. And when I went into the class to learn how to speak better with a bunch of other people, I couldn't hang on to, well, I really don't need this. I'm just here to learn, right? I'm just going to go along to support some people. I'm kind of better than all these people because I've been doing it. I don't say it out loud, but in your mind, you're like, do you really need this? I mean, is this something that degrades my posture in my CEO status? And so it was very hard for me. And I know it sounds shallow, but it was hard for me to say I wasn't great at this, that I needed help. That's it. I needed help. So tell me about that. And then take me to your identity process, outcome thought process.
So really what the aha moment was for me, um, just seeing everybody on here and wanting to meet everybody. So when I went to Florida, to the Tiki Hut, I did not make any type of agreements to jump onto this coaching. Mainly for me, it was I wanted to go down there and get a firsthand experience what it was to be around you and other successionaires and see what you had to offer. My aha moment, it was wonderful. It was mind blowing. Day 3 though, the day when we what was it, Saturday, was my biggest moment. It was just the few key things that you talked about on Saturday was what made me want to jump into this. The MVP, the identity process and outcome. I've been doing that all backwards. Like in 3 hours, you showed me that I've been doing business wrong for 10 years.
Well, let's
That was my aha moment. No joke, guys. It was almost embarrassing, but everybody's better with a damn coach.
everyone's better than the damn coach. So the two things I would say, knowing you, studying your business, Bargain Ben, and your beautiful wife Melody, and everything you guys, is I think what I've shared with you, and my goal was to share with people was we're not working for money, we're working for time. Number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, if we're working for only riches, we're going to have nothing left at the end of the day. We want to be working for wealth, right? And the last thing is that we have to be associating our identity with our habits. And that was the whole conversation. I saw you fervently drawing circles, right? Taking notes. Are you in a position you want to just kind of share what you took from outcome versus identity habit building?
So that's kind of where I'm at with me doing business backwards. I've always started with outcome. That was my main thing, and my businesses have always been laid out outcome, process, and then identity, because I want to make money. That's always been my goal, was to make money and not time. So I've always revolved and processed my businesses. First was the outcome. Hey, you got to be able to make money to be able to make the time. And then you lay out the process, and then you set your identity. That's the way I've always done it. But with your structuring, identity first, and I kind of do understand that, because if you're able to relate with your customers first and foremost, that should be the first step in building a business, is being able to relate with the customers with a specific product. So I do get that of why and how I've been building businesses backwards. Another thing that I would like to touch base on is this market dominating position. I've always known that there's competition, obviously. But another thing that's already resonated into me, and as of yesterday, I've already started implementing things into my business, which we need to get together. I got one idea that I do want to run by you. But this market dominating position, guys, is huge. And I really did some studying after listening to the videos and studying the workbook. I dug in a little bit deeper even into market dominating position. And this is, they're not going to do it for you guys. You have to do the work. They just give you the roadmap. So I dug in a little bit deeper and realized how important that really is in a business. So I thank you for that. Yeah. I do believe that's going to change the outcome within just a few short weeks of my business. I see a big increase in sales in just a few short weeks.
Wow. MDP, market dominating position, unique selling position, USP, market dominating position. Market dominating position is actually a complete process right here. Market dominating position.
Mm-hmm.
Right there it is.
Love it. And you have it laid out right there for you guys. If you don't understand it, go check it out.
It's all
definitely
right.
Dig into that.
Yeah. So we have a lot of fun things coming here. This is the virtual MBA that Jason's talking about. These are the training diagrams here that he's talking about. These first 4 tiles here, he's getting a learning video released every week. He's going to get a new one, and I guarantee you Jason is going to stay on every video. And then what's happening, Jason, is every month I'm going to have group coaching, and we're going to have I'm going to present on market dominating position on the first monthly group coaching. And so we're going to talk about, I'll be talking about it. I'll be showing you how that works, and you'll be able to ask questions and how that works, but you'll want to be studied up because we'll have at least 4 sessions that you're going to have notes and take card on. So when we're live for that hour or so, you'll be able to ask for your own company what would be able to do. On top of that, you get an hour with me on a Zoom where I just answer questions on everything in your company, where you're at. And I will take the time with this group, certainly, to find out some of your finances, to find out, where we're at, because I think that the real dealio is where a coach can get into this, into the systems, right? And so we have to keep in mind while we go through this, Jason, I'm gonna coach you up here a little bit, is that we're building systems. This is a system teaching you systems, right? This is a system teaching you systems, because we want to have something left. So when you get, when you get a little older and you don't want to work so damn hard with your beautiful wife, and you want to spend some time out on your yacht and your things that you want to do, that you can go off and do that, and the company's going to keep paying you, right? We're not going to have to work so hard to worry about a 401k and an IRA and all those things that hopefully the market catches up or doesn't catch up. That we have a viable business that can pay us through time. All right, you guys. Well, listen, I want Jason to take us out with a couple thoughts, because he's I'm gonna let you think about that while I cue up the music. An amazing trip, man.
You want me to go now?
No, I'm just kind of getting in the zone. You know how this works. It's been an amazing trip. Jason Ball. Jason Ball. Amazing dude. What a blessing. He shared with so many people. He's given back already. I'm just so grateful for Bargain Bin. I'm so grateful for the town of Angola for putting us together. I'm so grateful for his wife, Melody. Jason gave me, should have brought it down here. He gave me a cigar box, a leather cigar case with a clipper on it, and the inside was laced with cedar, and I just smell it, man. I'm like, I carry it everywhere with me. I take it on the boat. I have you with me. Yesterday, I have you with me everywhere I take my cigars. Take us out, Jason, and then I'll close this up. Just give us one final thought as we take the day into awesomeness.
Todd, I just appreciate you, man. I want to take us out by thanking you for putting this together. I know a lot of people out there may be skeptical. I know a lot of people out there may not know where to turn for questions or business strategies or anything like that. And I just want to urge you guys to at least follow along to see the sincerity that Todd is offering the world, not just small communities and not just small businesses, but the world. Dig in, do your due diligence. You guys will not be disappointed. I can just about guarantee it.
I can guarantee it. ToddTalks.com. Everybody's better with a coach.
Ooh.
Kick this thing off. And remember, Jason, the last week in October, it's on like Donkey Kong again. And hopefully we can have you back as part of a staff person and doing some little breakout sessions. We're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to have breakout sessions. We're going to have topics in finance and market dominating position. We're going to actually take the curriculum and build the event around the curriculum as well. Definitely, I heard everyone, they want more of me. You're getting more of me. You're going to be so sick of damn me.
Well, I don't know about that, buddy. The knowledge you give out is just it's just amazing, man.
Well, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Tell your wife I said hello. Listen, everybody, it's the end of the show. We went long with Jason Ball, the killer, the destroyer, the man, the myth, the legend, Jason Ball. I'm going to be there next week. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great day. Right? 2 Timothy 4:7. I've fought the good fight. I've finished the race. I can't tell you how important God is to have in your life. Please don't forget that. Get to ToddTalks.com. Let me be your coach. Everybody's better with a coach. I love you.